This is Nader here with NastyNateTV, and today I'm going to give you my top 5 cards from the Shattered Mirrored expansion. Shattered Mirror? Shattered Mirrors? What is it? Number 5 on my list is the KCA headquarters itself, Mir Tarak Nor. This is a headquarters that allows you to play any personnel that's native to the Mir Deep Space Nine timeline here. Uh, and it's a nice canvas for deck builders because it gives you access to 4 affiliations. So I think over time it'll be interesting to see how players find the right combination of cards across different affiliations to make the best KCA deck. I think the designers did a really good job of solving the lack of personnel issue for KCA by allowing you to play non-unique Cleons and Cardassians to the mission. Uh, this will inherently make decks have more Cleons and Cardassians, which fits the namesake of the Alliance quite well. Number 4 on my list is Kortar, Slayer of the Gods. In the Star Trek canon, Kortar was the first Cleon that slew the gods, and because of that, he was condemned to ferry dishonored Cleons to their version of hell. In the 2e card game, Kortar is kind of a nice statted personnel whose game text really fits some themes going on with Cleons. So one of the themes Cleons has is the warriors die and they go to the discard pile, and you can use certain cards to power up your existing Cleons. So what Kortar does is if you have some of your Cleons that died dishonorably, you have a chance to bring them back. So it's a really nice card, a really simple card with a really strong effect. Number 3 is Shroud of the Sword. In the Star Trek canon, this is the piece of cloth that was wrapped around the sword of Kahless that Kor discovered, and it ultimately led him and Jetsi and Worf on the quest to find the Sword of Kahless. In the 2e game, this is a 1-cost equipment that has 2 nice effects. First, it makes all of your Cleons cunning +1. So if you're already playing a deck that tries to get your Cleons high cunning, you can add this in. So for example, if you're playing a No Peace in Our Time Cleon Treachery deck, you could add the Shroud of the Sword to help get even higher attributes on your personnel. And lastly, if you are trying to get the Sword of Kahless out, you can play this early to help facilitate that. All in all, it's a really simple card that's strong, and it helps facilitate the stuff that Cleons already do pretty well. Number 2 is Racial Disdain. One of the themes introduced in the last set for KCA is this idea of killing off your own human personnel to strengthen the rest of your people. And this is a card I think that utilizes that most effectively. This is a 3-cost punishment event, and what happens is when one of your alternate universe Cleons is about to be stopped by a dilemma, you can remove one of your humans that you killed in your discard pile from the game to prevent that. So it's a relatively simple card as well, similar to cards like Unyielding, Walk the Line that do this already, but it plays off the theme that the KCA has going for it already. And my number 1 card from the last set is Shocking Revelation. This is a 3-cost event that plays on an opponent's mission, and then when they subsequently solve that mission, you get to take a personnel that was involved in that mission attempt and take command of them. To do so, you have to have an infiltrator in play. You don't have to have that infiltrator at the mission, you just have to have one in play. Now, you might think naturally this goes well with Romulans, as in the picture here, or Dominion, which has a lot of infiltrators, but there's actually 6 non-aligned infiltrators in the game, so you can really play this out of any headquarters if you really wanted to. The nice thing about this card is it offers a lot of gamesmanship, so you can use it very early in the game to try to dissuade someone from going to a certain mission. You can use it at the very near a mission's getting completed to guarantee a personnel that you're to take command of. So there's a lot of options that you can play with this. It's just kind of a fun card that does something different. Thanks for tuning into my top 5 Shattered and Mirrored cards. Let me know what your favorite cards are, if I'm right on the money or if I'm totally off. Anyways, I'll talk to you guys later.